Hello, everybody. This is John Paval on Friday, November 27th, 2025, with the Access Arts Live Friday live stream update. Here to tell you about four very interesting concerts that will be happening today, all at 8 o'clock in the evening European time, 2 o'clock on the West Coast, in the East Coast in the U.S., and 11 o'clock in the morning on the West Coast, and 8 a.m. down under in New Zealand. Now, why would I be mentioning New Zealand to you? Well, because if you've been keeping track of Access Arts Live, if you've been following and or are subscribed to us, then you would have known and been able to tune in to Gemma New leading the New Zealand Symphony Orchestra in Bruckner's 7th, and joined by the Grammy Award-winning Joyce DiNato, one of the finest singers of our time, as Gramophone has put it, coming along to sing Berlioz's song cycle, Les Nuits d'été, Summer Nights, because they're going into the summertime down under there in New Zealand. And that's today, Friday, at 6:30 p.m. New Zealand time, which means 6:30 in the morning Europe, and it was last night in the United States. We're going to keep letting you know so that those of you who are our followers in the United States will know that you can tune in on a Thursday evening like last Thursday and enjoy the New Zealand Symphony Orchestra's concert the next day. Because you're like, that was at midnight on the East Coast in the U.S. and 9:30 in the evening, Thursday evening, in Los Angeles. So let's move on to what's happening that you can still catch if you haven't subscribed to us and followed us yet. And maybe you want to do that now. We are on X, TikTok, Instagram, Threads, Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn. Join us wherever you are. The first thing I want to tell you about is Artbene, which is live streaming an evening by candlelight from the Roman Catholic Cathedral in Moscow. That's organ, saxophone, and harp. You can see them in the picture there, the upper left-hand side. It's Igor Goldenberg on the organ, Yuri Tashtamirov on saxophone, and the lovely Aidana Karasheva on the harp. They have played together before, so this is a practice, if unusual, trio. They did a Christmas concert a year ago at the Catholic Cathedral. They'll be playing everything from bits from Bach and Handel to then moving forward to Schubert and Massenet, and then moving forward to Gershwin and Glenn Miller. Enjoy. And then, but at the same time, we've got 3 orchestral contracts. If that doesn't live streams, if that doesn't ring your bell, and a couple of them are French guys running the show with German orchestras, which I love to see. The first of them is the SWR Symphony and Orchestra and Chorus, doing pieces by Lachenmann, Helmut Lachenmann, and Beethoven, which is an unusual mix because Lachenmann is the champion of concrete music. And you can look that up to find what it is, but it sure as heck is not Beethoven. It's in this modern vein of making sure you hear how the sound is being produced by which instrument, more than just enjoying the tone quality. So anyway, and Lachenmann considers himself to be like Beethoven because in his view, Beethoven was a free thinker and a rebel, and so is Lachenmann. So they'll be doing Lachenmann's Ausklang, Outcry for piano and orchestra, and Beethoven's Symphony No. 7 in A major, Opus 92. The conductor is the new chief conductor in AD at the SWR Symphony, the Frenchman Francis Xavier Roth, and the pianist is the 75-year-old veteran French pianist Jean-François Isabelle. Now, at the same time, down the road in Frankfurt, 2 other French musicians are taking over the Frankfurt Radio Orchestra today. It's Alain Altinoglu leading the Frankfurt Radio Symphony, along with Renaud Capuçon, the stellar French violinist in Korngold, Chin, and Shostakovich. Altinoglu is not new to the Frankfurt Symphony. He's been the AD and chief conductor there since 2021. They'll be doing Korngold's Violin Concerto, which was also performed earlier this week. And if you've been following us, I told people, I said, hey, you should check out this concert with the Bournemouth Symphony Orchestra, where they're playing Korngold's violin concerto. That was on Wednesday. And then compare it to tonight's, if you want to be musicological. Anyway, they will also be doing Unsuk Chin's Ala Raf, which means right of the heartbeat, and finishing up with Shostakovich's Symphony number 11. If neither of these French couples taking over German orchestras suits you, then in the same time slot, you can enjoy the Cologne Philharmonic under guest conductor, the British conductor Andrew Mantz, serving up Schumann, Mendelssohn, and Schubert, the first half of the 20th century Germans, with artist in residence Isabelle Faust on hand. Now, Mantz is sort of a Germanified Brit because he spent a decade conducting the NDR Symphony up in Hanover in Germany. Faust will be playing Mendelssohn's Violin Concerto in E minor and Robert Schumann's Fantasy in C, the two of them. And this will be sandwiched in between the Schumann piece, the Overture to the Bride of Messina, and Schubert's Unfinished Symphony number 7 in B minor. These guys all didn't know each other, but they were like friends of a friend of each other, if you want to look up the history of it. It was actually Schumann who discovered Schubert's Unfinished Symphony when he visited Schubert's brother after Schubert, 10 years after Schubert had passed away, and he turned over the score to Mendelssohn to premiere it. So that's how close these guys were. Anyway, that's what you have as your third choice of orchestral events today. That's what I have for you. I'll be back tomorrow, or maybe later today, because the Polish National Opera has a big gala going on Saturday. So I will be doing a separate live stream to let you know all about the different people who will be singing in that and some of the music that they're doing, because that kind of thing just cannot fit into these live streams where I'm talking about a number of other live streams. Enjoy.